Welcome to English Made Easy. Learn through stories. In today's English lesson, we will start with an English story and then explain a few words and phrases from the story to help improve your vocabulary. Let's get started. The Treasure of the Sea Witch. Chapter 1. The Kind Fisherman and His Family. Once upon a time, near the blue sea, lived a kind fisherman named Tom. He had a wife, Sarah, and two twin daughters, Lily and Daisy. They lived in a small wooden house by the shore. Every day, Tom went out to sea to catch fish. Sarah stayed home and took care of the house, while Lily and Daisy helped with small chores. Tom loved his family very much. He always tried to bring home enough fish to sell in the market so they could buy food. But sometimes the sea was rough and the fish were few. One sunny morning, Tom was getting ready to go fishing. "Goodbye, my loves," he said, kissing Sarah, Lily, and Daisy on their cheeks. "I will catch many fish today." "We believe in you, Daddy," Lily said with a big smile. "Yes, we do," Daisy added, holding his hand tightly. Tom smiled back and waved as he walked to his boat. At the market, Sarah sold the fish Tom caught, but on many days, she returned home with only a few coins. Lily and Daisy saw their mother's worry and wanted to help. They were smart and cheerful girls. They always tried to make their parents happy. One evening, after a long day at sea, Tom came home with just one small fish. "This is all I could catch," he said sadly, putting the fish on the table. Lily and Daisy hugged their father. "It's okay, Daddy. We love you," they said together. Tom's eyes filled with tears. He loved his daughters more than anything. He wished he could give them more. The next morning, as Tom prepared to go fishing, he saw his daughters playing by the sea. "Be careful, my loves," he called out. "We will, Daddy," they replied, their laughter filling the air. Tom smiled, but worry lingered in his heart. He knew he had to catch more fish today. For his family, for their future. And so he sailed away, hoping for a better catch, while Sarah watched from the shore. Chapter 2. The Stepmother's Jealousy. The family was happy, but not everything was perfect. Tom's wife, Sarah, was not Lily and Daisy's real mother. She was their stepmother. Sometimes Sarah felt jealous because Tom loved Lily and Daisy so much. One day, Sarah was sitting by the window, watching Tom and the girls play by the sea. She frowned and thought to herself, "Tom loves those girls more than he loves me. What can I do?" At dinner that night, there was only a little food on the table. Tom gave the best pieces to Lily and Daisy. "Eat well, my girls," he said kindly. Sarah watched and felt angry. "Why do they get the best food?" she thought. "I am hungry too." Later, when the girls were asleep, Sarah talked to Tom. "Tom, we don't have enough food for all of us," she said. "I know, Sarah. I am trying my best," Tom replied. "But it's not enough," Sarah said loudly. "Maybe we should find another way." Tom looked sad. "What do you mean, Sarah?" Sarah didn't say anything more, but she had an idea. That night, when everyone was asleep, she whispered to herself, "I must get rid of Lily and Daisy. Then Tom will love me more, and there will be enough food for us." The next morning, Sarah woke up early. She had a plan. "Girls, today we will go to the Big Island," she said. Lily and Daisy were excited. "Yay, we love the Big Island," they shouted. Tom was worried. "Be careful, Sarah. Don't go too far," he said. "Don't worry, Tom. We will be fine," Sarah replied with a fake smile. Sarah took the girls to the boat. As they sailed to the Big Island, Lily and Daisy sang and laughed. They did not know about Sarah's plan. When they reached the island, Sarah said, "Stay here and play. I will go find some wood. I will be back soon." "Okay, Mama," the girls said happily. Sarah walked away, but she did not plan to come back. "They will be lost, and I will be free," she thought. Lily and Daisy played for a long time. They waited and waited, but Sarah did not return. "Lily, where is Mama?" Daisy asked. "I don't know, Daisy. Let's wait a little more," Lily said. As the sun began to set, the girls started to worry. "Mama is not coming back," Daisy said, crying. "Don't cry, Daisy. We will find a way home," Lily said, hugging her sister. They sat close together, hoping to see their father's boat come to save them. Chapter 3. Daisy's Shell Trail. Lily and Daisy were scared. They were alone on the big island, and it was getting dark. Daisy looked around and saw some shiny seashells on the ground. She had an idea. "Lily, we can use these shells to make a trail. Then we can find our way back if we get lost." "That's a great idea, Daisy," Lily said with a smile. The girls started to collect the seashells. They put them in their pockets. As they walked, they dropped the shells one by one to make a trail. "Let's go this way," Lily said, pointing to a path through the trees. They walked for a long time. It was dark, and they were tired, but they kept going. "Lily, I'm hungry," Daisy said. "I know, Daisy. We will find food soon," Lily said, even though she was hungry too. They walked and walked, following the shell trail. Suddenly they saw a light in the distance. "Look, Daisy, there is a light. Maybe it's home," Lily said excitedly. The girls ran towards the light. As they got closer, they saw their small wooden house by the shore. "Daddy! Daddy, we are home!" they shouted. Tom heard their voices and ran outside. "Lily, Daisy, you are safe," he cried, hugging them tightly. "I was so worried." "Daddy, we used shells to find our way back," Daisy said, showing him the last few shells in her pocket. Tom smiled with tears in his eyes. "You are so clever, Daisy. I am so proud of you both." Sarah saw them and pretended to be happy. "Oh, my dear girls, I was so worried about you," she said. But inside, she was angry that her plan had failed. "Thank you, Mama," the girls said, hugging her. That night, Tom made a warm fire, and they all sat together. Lily and Daisy felt safe and happy to be home again. "Tomorrow, I will catch more fish. We will have a big feast," Tom said, smiling at his family. "Good night, Daddy. Good night, Mama," the girls said as they went to bed. Tom and Sarah watched them sleep. Tom was happy to have his daughters back, but Sarah was still thinking of another plan. Chapter 4. The Second Deception. The next morning, Sarah was still angry. She knew she had to make a new plan. She couldn't let Lily and Daisy stay. "Girls, today we will go to another island," Sarah said with a smile. Lily and Daisy looked at each other. They remembered what happened last time, but they trusted their stepmother. "Okay, Mama," they said quietly. Tom was worried. "Are you sure, Sarah? The girls just came back," he said. "Yes, Tom, they need some fresh air. We will be careful," Sarah replied. Tom hugged Lily and Daisy. "Be safe, my loves," he said. "We will, Daddy," they said. Sarah took the girls to the boat. As they sailed to the far island, Lily and Daisy were quiet. They felt something was wrong. When they reached the island, Sarah said, "Stay here and play. I will go find some wood. I will be back soon." "Okay, Mama," the girls said, but they didn't believe her. Lily looked at Daisy. "We need to make another trail," she whispered. Daisy nodded and pulled out a piece of bread from her pocket. "I saved this from breakfast," she said. "Good thinking, Daisy," Lily said. "We will use the breadcrumbs." As they walked, Daisy dropped pieces of bread to make a trail. They walked deeper into the island, dropping crumbs along the way. "We must be careful," Lily said. Hours passed, and the sun began to set. They waited, but Sarah did not return. "She's not coming back, Lily," Daisy said, starting to cry. "Don't worry, Daisy. We have our breadcrumb trail," Lily said, holding her sister's hand. But when they turned around, the breadcrumbs were gone. Birds and animals had eaten them. "Oh no, Lily. What will we do now?" Daisy cried. Lily hugged Daisy tightly. "We will find another way. Don't worry. We are strong." They started to walk, looking for any sign of the way back. They were tired and scared, but they didn't give up. As the night grew darker, they found a big tree and decided to rest there. "Lily, I'm scared," Daisy whispered. "I am too, Daisy, but we are together, and we will find a way," Lily said, trying to be brave. They huddled together under the tree, holding hands. They knew they had to be strong and smart to find their way home. Chapter 5. Stranded on the Island. Lily and Daisy woke up early the next morning. They were still under the big tree, and they were very hungry. "Lily, I'm so hungry," Daisy said, rubbing her tummy. "I know, Daisy. We need to find food and a way home," Lily replied. They stood up and started walking again. They looked for fruits or berries, but they couldn't find any. "We have to keep looking," Lily said, trying to stay positive. After walking for a long time, they saw something shining through the trees. "Look, Daisy, what is that?" Lily said, pointing. They ran towards the shining light. As they got closer, they saw a beautiful house made of seashells and coral. "Wow, it's so pretty," Daisy exclaimed. "Yes, it is. Maybe we can find some food here," Lily said. They walked up to the house and knocked on the door. A kind-looking old woman opened it. "Hello, my dear children. What are you doing here?" she asked with a warm smile. "We are lost, and we are very hungry," Lily said. "Oh, you poor things. Come inside. I have food for you," the old woman said. Lily and Daisy followed her into the house. The table was full of delicious food: bread, cheese, fruits, and fish. "Eat as much as you like," the old woman said. The girls sat down and started eating. They were so happy to have food. "Thank you so much," Daisy said with her mouth full. The old woman watched them eat and smiled. "You must be tired too. After you eat, you can rest in my house." "Thank you, ma'am. You are very kind," Lily said. After eating, the girls felt sleepy. The old woman showed them a cozy room with 2 soft beds. "Rest now, my dear children. Tomorrow we will find a way to get you home," she said. Lily and Daisy lay down on the beds. They felt safe and happy. Soon they were fast asleep. The old woman watched them sleep. She smiled, but it was not a kind smile. "They are perfect. Just what I needed," she whispered to herself. Chapter 6. The Sea Witch's Snare. Lily and Daisy woke up the next morning. They felt rested and happy. The old woman was already in the room, watching them. "Good morning, my dear children," she said with a smile. "Did you sleep well?" "Yes, thank you. We slept very well," Lily replied. "Good. Now come and have breakfast," the old woman said. The girls followed her to the kitchen. The table was full of food again: pancakes, eggs, and fresh fruit. "Eat, eat. You need your strength," the old woman said. Lily and Daisy started to eat. They were very hungry. The old woman watched them closely. After breakfast, the old woman's smile changed. It looked mean. "Now, it's time for work," she said. "What do you mean?" Daisy asked, feeling scared. The old woman pointed to a small cage in the corner of the room. "Daisy, you go into the cage. Lily, you will cook and clean for me," she said. "No, please don't put my sister in the cage," Lily cried. The old woman laughed. "I am a sea witch. You will do as I say," she shouted. Daisy started to cry. "Lily, I'm scared." "It's okay, Daisy. I will find a way to save you," Lily said, trying to be brave. The sea witch pushed Daisy into the cage and locked it. "Now, Lily, go to the kitchen and start cooking," she ordered. Lily had no choice. She went to the kitchen and started to cook. She made the tastiest meals she could, hoping to please the witch. Day after day, the witch made Lily cook and clean. Every morning, the witch went to Daisy's cage and said, Let me feel if you are fat enough to eat." But Daisy was clever. She gave the witch a thin stick instead of her finger. The witch's eyes were not good, so she thought Daisy was still thin. "You are not ready yet," the witch said every day, feeling the stick. Lily worked hard and thought of a plan. She knew she had to save her sister. Chapter 7. The Daring Escape. Lily knew she had to save Daisy from the sea witch. Every day she thought of a plan while she cooked and cleaned. Daisy stayed strong in the cage, hoping her sister would find a way to free her. Another morning, the sea witch came to the cage. "Let me feel if you are fat enough to eat," she said. Daisy gave her the thin stick again. The witch felt the stick and frowned. "You are still too thin," she said angrily. Lily saw how upset the witch was. She knew she had to act fast. She thought of a clever plan. That afternoon, the witch told Lily, "I am hungry. Make the oven very hot. We will eat your sister tonight." Lily pretended to be calm. "Yes, ma'am," she said. She went to the oven and started to build a big fire. When the fire was very hot, the witch said, "Check if the oven is hot enough." Lily looked at the witch and said, "I don't know how to check. Can you show me?" The witch scowled. "You silly girl, I will show you." The witch walked to the oven. She leaned in to check the heat. Lily saw her chance. She gave the witch a big push. The witch fell into the oven with a scream. Lily quickly shut the oven door and locked it. She could hear the witch shouting and then silence. Lily ran to Daisy's cage. "Daisy, I did it. The witch is gone," she cried, unlocking the cage. Daisy stepped out and hugged Lily tightly. "Oh, Lily, you saved me. Thank you." "We must leave quickly," Lily said. "Let's find food and anything useful." The girls searched the house. They found bags of jewels and gold coins. They filled their pockets. "These will help us and Daddy," Lily said. They left the house and ran through the forest. They were free and had to find their way home. Chapter 8. The Hidden Treasure. Lily and Daisy ran through the forest, away from the sea witch's house. They felt happy and free, but they were also tired and hungry. "Lily, do you think we can find our way home?" Daisy asked, holding her sister's hand. "Yes, Daisy. We will find a way. We have to be brave," Lily said, smiling at her sister. As they walked, they saw many animals in the forest. Birds sang in the trees, and rabbits hopped along the path. "Look, Daisy, the animals are not afraid of us," Lily said. "Maybe they can help us," Daisy said. The girls followed a little rabbit. It led them to a stream of fresh water. "We can drink here," Lily said. They drank the cool water and felt better. "We need to keep going," Daisy said. They walked and walked, following the stream. Soon they saw something shining in the bushes. "Lily, look! What's that?" Daisy asked. They walked closer and saw a chest covered in moss and leaves. "It's a treasure chest!" Lily exclaimed. They opened the chest and found more jewels and gold coins. "We are so lucky, Daisy. This will help us a lot," Lily said. They filled their pockets with as much treasure as they could carry. "We must keep going now," Daisy said. "We need to find Daddy." The girls followed the stream until they reached a familiar path. They recognized the way home. "We are almost there, Daisy," Lily said, feeling excited. As the sun began to set, they saw their small wooden house by the shore. Their father, Tom, was sitting outside looking sad. "Daddy! Daddy! We are home!" they shouted, running to him. Tom looked up and saw his daughters. His eyes filled with tears of joy. "Lily! Daisy! You are safe!" he cried, hugging them tightly. "We missed you so much, Daddy," Daisy said, hugging him back. "Where is Mama?" Lily asked. "She is gone. I sent her away when I found out what she did," Tom said. "Daddy, we have something to show you," Lily said. They pulled the jewels and gold coins from their pockets. "We found treasure, Daddy. We will never be hungry again," Daisy said. Tom's eyes grew wide. "My brave girls, you have saved us all," he said. They went inside their warm house, happy to be together again. They knew they would never be apart and would always look out for each other. Chapter 9. Homecoming and Joy. Lily, Daisy, and their father Tom sat together in their cozy home. The fire crackled warmly, and they felt safe and happy. "Daddy, we are so glad to be home," Lily said, smiling. "I am so happy to have you back, my brave girls," Tom replied, hugging them close. The next morning, Tom looked at the jewels and gold coins on the table. "With this treasure, we can buy food and clothes. We will never be hungry again," he said. Lily and Daisy helped their father plan. "We can fix the house too, Daddy," Daisy suggested. "Yes, and we can buy more fishing tools," Lily added. Tom nodded. "We will make our home better and live happily," he said. Tom went to the market and bought lots of food. He also bought new clothes for Lily and Daisy. When he came back, they had a big feast. "Look at all this food!" Daisy exclaimed, her eyes wide. "Yes, Daisy, we can eat well now," Tom said, smiling. They enjoyed the delicious food. Fresh bread, cheese, fruits, and fish. They felt happy and full. After the feast, Tom fixed the house with the help of Lily and Daisy. They painted the walls and made new furniture. "Our house looks so nice now," Lily said, admiring their work. "Yes, it feels like a real home," Daisy added. Tom took Lily and Daisy to the market the next day. "You can choose anything you like," he said. Lily picked a beautiful seashell necklace. "This reminds me of our adventure," she said. Daisy chose a soft blue dress. "I love this dress, Daddy. Thank you," she said, hugging him. Tom was very proud of his daughters. "You are my treasures," he said. They walked by the sea, feeling the soft sand under their feet. "We are so lucky to be together," Tom said. "Yes, we are, Daddy," Lily and Daisy said, holding his hands. As the sun set, they returned to their cozy home. They sat by the fire and talked about their adventure. "We were brave, Lily," Daisy said. "Yes, and we helped each other," Lily replied. Tom smiled and said, "You girls are very special. We will always be together and happy." That night, Lily and Daisy went to bed with happy hearts. They knew they were safe and loved. They dreamed of new adventures and happy days ahead. The end. The story is aligned with the A1 level of the Common European Framework of Reference for Languages, CEFR, which is the beginner level. Here are 5 phrases from the story, along with their meanings and examples from the story as well as real life. 1. Jealousy. Meaning: a feeling of envy towards someone because of their achievements or possessions. Example from the story: Sarah felt jealousy because Tom loved Lily and Daisy more than he loved her. Real-life example: Tom felt jealousy when he saw his friend win the first prize in the competition. 2. Brave. Meaning: having or showing courage. Example from the story: Lily was brave when she pushed the sea witch into the oven to save her sister, Daisy. Real-life example: the brave firefighter rescued the family from the burning house. 3. Adventure. Meaning: an unusual and exciting or daring experience. Example from the story: Lily and Daisy had an adventure when they were left on the island and had to find their way home. Real-life example: going on a safari in Africa was the biggest adventure of my life. 4. Treasure. Meaning: a quantity of precious metals, gems, or other valuable objects. Example from the story: Lily and Daisy found a hidden treasure of jewels and gold coins in the sea witch's house. Real-life example: the old map led them to a buried treasure chest full of gold and jewels. 5. Homecoming. Meaning: the act of returning to one's home after being away for a long time. Example from the story: Lily and Daisy's homecoming was filled with joy when they returned to their father after escaping from the sea witch. Real-life example. The homecoming of the soldiers was celebrated with a big parade in the city. Here are 3 things the reader can learn from the story. 1. The importance of family. 2. Courage and bravery. 3. Using cleverness and resourcefulness. This story and voiceover have been provided by English Made Easy. Learn through stories. Copying or re-uploading is strictly prohibited.